Hi, I'm Stephanie Erickson, clinical social worker and family caregiving expert. And this question comes to me from Peter in Guelph, Ontario. And he asks, what are some tips on how to make time for self-care? Well, first, you need to actually define what self-care actually means to you. When do you feel the most relaxed? What are you doing? What kind of moments bring you the most joy? When you feel the greatest sense of peace, where are you? Is self-care exercising, taking a walk every day, eating healthy, watching a movie, meditating? These are typical things that people refer to when they talk about self-care, but this doesn't have to be what it means to you. The definition of self-care can be different for everyone. So step one is to really define what it means to you. Next, in order to find the time, it's important to be realistic and reasonable about your goals. For example, let's say you want to eat healthier, so you've decided to become a vegan. But currently you're eating a couple hamburgers a day. Well, becoming a vegan is a big jump. So if you take that huge leap in one big step, you may be setting yourself up. Part of self-care is being realistic and reasonable and doing things that are achievable. So these things don't need to be measured in time spent or fitting into some particular list. We don't want to feel like we failed, by just adding one more way in which we're not taking care of ourselves. So make sure that your definition of self-care includes some very small changes that you can make without any difficulty. For example, let's say you want to start exercising. Well, maybe start with just a 10-minute walk a day or doing 20 squats before you cook each meal. Or let's say you want to try and meditate. Again, this can be a very big leap, sitting still for 10, 20, 30 minutes. So just start sitting still for 3 minutes a day, closing your eyes and breathing deeply. If self-care means being kinder to yourself, you can start each morning writing down on a piece of paper, something that you feel good about, and put it in a jar. Collect these self-loving statements so you can reread them when you're feeling down. These are things that can be done by most individuals in almost any type of caregiving situation. Define what self-care is to you and then start small, setting very reasonable and clear goals that you can manage to do in just a few minutes. And this way you don't really need to find the time, but instead you create some quick habits that you can integrate into your life on a daily basis.